again, I don't blame him. Raziel? Raziel?
Whose voice is that? Oh. I'm not expecting to see you again in a short time.
Yeah, well, shit tends to happen when there was a whole bunch of other crap going about here, especially after my father and I reunited.
Yes. So, what brings you out on this beautiful night?
Just popping in to check in with you. I mean, especially after when we went to Angel Island after we were done. Just want to make sure that you and Zenaku are not butting heads again.
I don't hear his voice anymore. I think his spirit fully intertwined with me now. So, I can say this, Rouge is definitely happy to know that my heart has returned to me.
That's it.
In more ways than one, I might add.
At least you got a chance to always spend a little time with her. And also, plus, not sure if you heard, little Basil has now reunited with his mother and father.
I was wondering how my little grandson got away from his other grandfather. I still need to have a little conversation with him when I see him.
Yeah, I honestly still have no idea how he escaped either, but he's still just a little guy, and pretty much like I said, I've just been taking care of him and making sure that at least he's safe until we know about Rosaria and Mitsuhide's whereabouts.
Yes, it would seem our family is finally getting back together again.
Yeah, in a way, you're right.
Is everything alright? I sense a little doubt and hostility right now. What happened?
Sorry, just... Seems like a lot of shit ended up starting to happen ever since you and I had encountered at that Chow Garden. Because right after our meeting, pretty much 3 certain individuals that we both know had ended up becoming extremely worried that if they ended up running into you again, that, oh, shit was going to happen. I assured them I was going to be okay, and I don't need my hand held, nor do I need them to follow me to where you need to be at, as this was, in a way, a family matter.
Some people just don't understand that. Even though they see you as family, yes.
I can understand that part. But at the same time, though, when I told them, they keep saying that they understood, but Dragon and Alex, they were still extremely uneasy. Chilled seemed to kind of pretty much got the hint, if not in mere seconds, at least immediately, and pretty much backed out.
Well, at least one of them has a little
But
time.
yeah, he's been working on it. At least I'm kind of glad that he's doing so on it. And then
Yes.
after everything that had happened, pretty much I felt guilty for Snap though, but I wanted to make sure that at least Alex and Dragon understood. On the
Listen.
island, when I...
There's no need to feel guilt if you feel that you needed to express yourself. You have to put your foot down every once in a while, or else they will continue to, how should I say, hover around you, like dogs to a master.
Well, it seems like that tends to be the norm for most people whenever... Oh, hey, the Guardian of Mobius is here. But when
More than that now.
we were... Anyways, but when we were back... is when we were back on that island, when Alex took me to the side, he did admit that he did do some thinking, and he apologized for the way that he acted, and pretty much was able to finally calm down after we got a chance to talk. I did talk with Dragon as well, but he seemed to be going through his own issues, but we still managed to talk and get things settled, and get him to understand that I can't constantly be helped out, even if I ask for it.
Yes. But I'll say this. Apologies and words are one thing. It's their actions that speak more. Sometimes their actions will reveal their true intentions in time.
Yeah, if their true intentions end up being revealed to be negative, then... well, they should all know that for every action, there's a reaction. They pretty much decide that they are only doing it just in my favor, then consequences and karma will kick in. That was another thing, though, that happened before I ran into Dragon. Well, after Rosaria and Mitsuhide arrived at my place to pick up Zazel, Mitsuhide and I had a private conversation. He was wanting answers in regards to his mother.
You didn't tell him, did you?
I had no choice.
It wasn't the right time!
Please don't get snippy at me. As I was trying to say, like I said, I had no choice. He wanted answers. So I did tell him, and I offered to help him out with trying to at least get additional answers. Only for him to push me away and pretty much claim our bond was a lie because he only felt the bond of a mother instead of somebody who thought that it could be like a brother to me.
Still wasn't the right time to tell him. I get it, you said he had no choice. There's always a choice.
And yet I got shoved into a lose-lose situation. Because if I held it back longer, then there would have been a lot more resentment, and it would just be me suffering. Rosaria and little Zazel would as well if I held back.
Yes, but knowing he'll never see his mother again. How do you think that happen? How do you think a child would feel? No matter.
Honestly,
as long as he's able to help us in our fights with Gabriel, we can settle that matter afterwards.
If he's going to, great. But all I am is just a person to him now.
Give him time. He needs time to gather his thoughts. There are things you say and do when your emotions take over. Trust me, I know. In fact, there are some things I've been doubting as of late. I feel like I'm cursed. Cursed too. Only enjoy brief moments of joy and happiness before it's ripped away from me. I fear it may happen again.
Raziel.
This is about the third time I've nearly I've lost the one I love now, more than at least twice. Previously. It's like no matter what, the people I love just end up dying around me. All because of a stupid prophecy!
Raziel.
What?
I know exactly how you feel.
Do you? Do you know exactly how I feel?
May not be... If you let me speak. It may not be a lover that I've lost, but I've lost a lot over time. As a mere child, I lost my family because of Barchel's actions. During my time as a mortal, I lost the family that had raised me. Then 2 years later, I lost my comrades to the same man who separated me from my family. I shut my heart out for a long period of time. And now that I've gotten my memories back and my heart is back open again, the fear remains lingering.
Yeah. I guess in a way we do share some similarities. The thing is, you and I, Yina, are completely different. You didn't kill your first true love with your own hands and spilled her blood that caused the devil within me to awaken. All because of a pathetic dark angel called Cassius. Who I'm afraid is still alive. A while back...
I know I may not have felt that.
No. A while back, I examined a city and I met the one called Lavender EXT. It was around the time we were discovering who you really were.
Mm-hmm.
But
Lilac.
I killed my first wife. With my own hands. At least your parents wanted to. Mine turned their backs on me. The day I lost Shiara was the day I had my first ever challenge for the Throne of Dragons. I was on the verge of death. Then I made a mistake. I injected my grandfather's pure devil's blood into me. Turned me into the monstrosity I was. I killed that enemy. No, I destroyed him. I begged my mother to help me. But she turned her back on me along with my father. And for that, I went on a century-long rampage, killing everything in my path, including Mitsuhide's first family. It was only I held the heart of my last victim in my arms that I regained myself. I killed my own mother because I couldn't control the devil within me. I begged my father to kill me. Begged him. And if he wanted me dead so badly, why did he kill me then and there? That question's lingered in my mind for well over 1,000 years. Why did he spare me when I was on trial? Why did he force me to become a defender of the multiverse? If you want me dead so badly, why? She's just enjoying putting me through all this torment!
Raziel.
At least one good thing did come
I
out
may
of it.
not...
I was beginning my rule. Suitor after suitor came, yes. It was on that time I married into your family. When I met Marina.
Yeah.
All that happened was way before you were born, my dear child. I was still grieving over the death of my mother, pondering why my father spared me. The death of my first wife also lingered on me because I had their blood on my hands. You can't possibly imagine what the hell that could do to someone. It's not that I rejected you. It's that I feared I was cursed to lose people I care about or open my heart again. But by the time I did, I watched Marina die. I held her hand when her life left. And then I watched those bastards take my daughter away from me. The bastard Karma had the gall to tell her she died when he kept her imprisoned, only to use her to try and kill me. The latest suitor was my own daughter. Before I met Rouge. How twisted and sick is that?
Extremely. To be honest. So, I may not went through the same situations that you have, but it doesn't mean I don't know exactly how you felt. And honestly, you just jogged a memory of mine. I remember that day. I was still small, still trying to be able to learn how to talk in full sentences when you just rejected me. And on top of it too, the more I have think about it too, pretty much I still have a gut feeling that Auntie Marina's death was intentional and set up, because how could she be fully dead if no one put the cure that Rosie-chan and I found within her?
There was no cure.
That's bullshit.
It was wiped out from the archives.
It was bullshit. We had a cure already prepared.
I told you it was wiped away from the archives. If there was, I would have saved her! Trust me, your mother still blames me for her death. Why do you think I don't speak with her? Why do you think she didn't help me when they were taking my daughter away? She turned her back on me! Because she thought I betrayed her sister. In a way I did. I've bared this guilt.
Like you stated.
I've bared this guilt for so long.
And like you had stated, emotions sometimes make people do things they shouldn't or do not want to do. Tell me, how long ago was it when Auntie Marina had died before I was taken away from my mother?
She died shortly, a little after the incident with Barchiel. You were separated after Barchiel did what he did, even though we didn't understand why. My uncle, consider family. He considered your parents' family. I don't know why.
He was supposed to be my godfather.
Oh, trust me, I know that. Everything But there's something else you need to know. I think it's time you need to know. I should have told you this when we first met, but you wouldn't have believed it. You see, my reason for being here had a hidden purpose. It wasn't just to hunt the EXCs and kill them. It was also to bring you home.
So you knew I was here on Mobius all this time.
Your father guided you here. I knew all along who you were. Because of him. I just couldn't rip you away from this place. You seem so happy here.
Truth I am. As the place I was raised at, I loved it for a time. Until my comrades were slain. Every time I got yanked back over there to train the other Sailor Scouts there, or to prevent it from a future threat, I hated going back there, because I was always reminded of where the family that I had that took care of me, that fought by my side, were ripped away. Every time I travel to another planet, usually I stay there as a resident, protect it, make sure it stays in balance, until I've been told that my next mission takes me elsewhere. And any allies that I had on those planets, those universes, pretty much I had to push away. Then I ended up here. Honestly, it used to be just another planet to me. Another world. But if it wasn't for certain individuals, I would have said screw this planet and left. But no. Instead, my heart got reopened. And I was able to start feeling other things again that I haven't felt for a very long time. Friendship, bonds, what it's like to have family again. My first true love.
And that right there
Only
is
to
the reason
find
why
out
I couldn't rip you away from here.
That and coming to find out, I was meant to be their Sailor Guardian.
In a way, you kind of have to thank Rouge for all this. Had she not filled my heart with light again, I would have ripped you away without a second thought, and dragged you back, by any means necessary.
Good point. Yes, in a way she has saved my butt.
I'm sorry I never told you the truth when we first met. I'm sorry I hid who I wanted was from you. Who the Grim Reaper was, all of it. You don't deserve to be lied to.
Well, understand why you're being apologetic, but at the same time, thinking back more on it, if you just told me to my face, I probably would have laughed it off or thought you were crazy. Because at the time, my memory, if you tried doing that, my memories wouldn't have returned to me properly.
Well, that's what his job was for. But I advised him it's best that if you figured it out on your own. And we helped you. A little left, but trust me, he nagged at me for a long time, but I told him she needs to do this on her own. I can't just rip you away. But another reason why I'm trying to make amends is I'm afraid I don't think I might make this fight, because I'm no match for my old man. Your father wants me to take him out. I don't care about a stupid prophecy.
Raziel. It doesn't matter how strong he is. What matters is you gotta pinpoint the weakness.
Yes, he put us through everything, but you have to understand he is still my father. And there's a part of me that can't kill him.
He may be your father by blood, but if he was truly your father, then those 100 years of destruction would not have happened.
Don't know if I can do this. I really don't.
It will take time. You just need to finish with preparing yourself. Physically, maybe, but emotionally and mentally, you may need to work on.
To think that you used to be that little girl, not much bigger, in your mother's arms, trying to be all lovey on me. And me being the cold, heartless bastard. And just
Well,
never acknowledged you. And when I finally was able to open my heart again, it was too late, you were already gone. And my heart hurt badly because of that. Because I never got to acknowledge my little niece. I call her my family.
a lot of people were hurt that day. You admitted that you were. For me, I was hurt. Because, again, I was just a little girl. Because the man whom I thought was one of my supporters turned out he was just lusting after my mother and wanted me out of the picture. The only merciful thing that he did was that he didn't kill me. As for my father, at the time I did feel some pain when my memories returned, because the last thing I remembered before I was sealed away, he just held me in his arms, told me everything was going to be okay, waited until I fell asleep. And then, 1,000 years later, I woke up with no memories, had no idea who I was, but was taken in by a nice, loving couple who couldn't even have children. Then, years later, my memories returned, and when I went to confront the Grim Reaper after finding out who he was and who I was, I admit I did feel some anger, but well, now, when I saw him again, I did feel some anger. It was going to be okay and that I'd be home, and I felt lied to. But at the same time, I remember that I'm an adult. I can't just hold on to this all because of somebody else's words. Somebody else trying to keep us away. And so therefore, I couldn't get myself to hate or be angry with him. Just only happy that he was able to still acknowledge me as his daughter.
You have no idea how much it hurt him to lie to you all those years. All because of a stupid idiot. Before he could even bring you back.
So, Raziel, there's one thing I want to ask you.
Anything.
When you went to start to search for me after the whole corruption incident and following my father's word, did you only do it just so that way you can get your heart back? Or did you do it because you wanted your niece back?
I was lied to like you were. I didn't have my heart. So, at first, I only did it to get my heart back. Yes. But, over time, I remembered when we first met in the past. Before all that corruption happened. Started feeling like the family connection again. And though it hurt me to lie to you of who I really was to you. But then lately I started getting those memories of me being a complete jerk in my youth. And rejecting the sweet, innocent little girl in mommy's arms. So in all honesty, you're damn right I wanted my little niece back. More than anything in this world. I wanted my family back. I love you, Yina.
And
I'm so sorry I never, ever acknowledged you back then.
love you too, Uncle. And sorry for being a stubborn pain in your ass for a while.
A quality of your mother.
Well... just promise me one thing. At least figure out a way to control your temper. I don't want to find out that any of my friends end up getting their asses whooped, if not dead, because of you, because then otherwise, I'll be yelling at everybody.
As long as they don't provoke me, then I can't. As long as they don't provoke me, we don't get into a fight. Then yes, I can promise that. Are you gonna stand there like an idiot, or you're gonna give your uncle a hug now?
Oh, now you want a hug. Alright, I see how it is. Alright, come here.
Be honest, this is what you were trying to do to me when you were little. Just kept reaching out to me.
So I'm glad that we finally got this settled.
I believe it's been long overdue, my dear niece Yina. Long overdue.
Agreed. Definitely long overdue if my heart's not hurting anymore whenever you call me by name.
Well, I guess it's because our bond was broken. Ever since you were a little girl. That's probably why.
Yeah. That and pretty much you've gained my trust.
To be honest, I shouldn't have lost
Ever
it
since
first
my...
place.
Yeah, seems to be that way recently. After that encounter with that false angel. Seems whenever my true name is uttered, if it's from somebody who's not of our world, or somebody from our world, but they don't have a trust with me, it feels like it's somebody who's trying to stab me in the chest. But if it is someone from our world and we have that bond and trust, it doesn't hurt at all.
No, let's just say no one outside our world, to me, was not allowed to call you that. Because they never known you by that name. They know you by who you are currently.
Yeah. Because I know that others on Mobius, they may see me as an ally, if not family. Pretty much most of them just don't really understand, if not know, who is behind the one in the Sailor Scout uniform.
True. Very true indeed.
Everything okay?
Yes, and sensing your father, he wants to give me. He says an opening has happened.
An opening, you say?
I think he'll explain to us when he gets here. I need to prepare the place. I guess you start out there, start reaching out and gathering a few allies.
Good idea.
I think
But I'm just hoping that once this is yeah. And hopefully I could be able to get more answers of what I am currently looking for as well.
And hopefully maybe me and Rouge can finally settle down and tie the knot. Instead of waiting.
Well, at least if you two are planning a family, you don't have to worry about that 0.01% chance of, well, you know.
Oh, trust me, I haven't told her that yet.
Yeah, let's keep that as a surprise for her.
Yeah, I think after all this is said and done, I will definitely tell her.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. Start calling.
Anyways.
I better start getting this place prepared.
Alright, you do that. Don't overstress yourself!
Right back at you. Alright then, let's see what this opening is. I do hope.
Alrighty, let's see here. Time to start gathering allies. Okay, first stop. I think I better go find Draco.
I think this time has come
Make sure
to finally make her
this is
move.
working. Sailor, teleport!